Rain is beginning to come to a complete stop with squeaky brakes, and you can see pure white light outside the window. So now the door begins to open and you move into the white light. And just feel yourself moving forward through the light, cleansing you and clearing you, supporting you and protecting you into a life from your past. And just let me know the first thing you feel or see as you come through.
The first thing that came to mind is I'm sitting by a fire
Okay.
in a cottage or a home. I actually have like socks or something on my feet. I'm very comfortable.
Oh.
I feel like there's a little girl outside running and playing. It's very green.
Is there anybody else around?
I feel like I may have an animal in the house with me, but it's inside the house is kind of cozy and darker with the fire. I'm sitting next to the fire, and yet, oddly enough, outside is warm, and the girl is jumping around and playing in a sundress, which is strange. But and I don't know if these are two different things, but I keep going back and forth and seeing both of those images like at the same time.
Yeah, you said you feel very comfortable.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
What year do you think that this is? Just on your first thought.
1600s. I don't know why the Ireland or Celtic comes to mind.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Because then when we were on the train, I felt like I saw like sheep, or reminded me of when I was in Ireland in this life. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like I feel like I'm a man, and I'm sitting in a cozy chair. It's a very small home, very simple, and I'm warming my feet next to the fire.
Okay. Do you feel like you're young or old?
I feel older, later 50s, 60s maybe.
Okay. Do you feel like you're married?
Perhaps before, but I feel I'm alone.
You're alone now. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm starting to spin, like my body. I'm starting to spin.
Okay. You might just be moving a little bit. It's okay. You all right?
Yep. I feel like my head is moving counterclockwise and my chest is moving clockwise. Like I have spinning energy in both right now.
Okay. Maybe some healing is already coming through, sort of balancing things.
Trying to focus so that I don't get nauseous.
Yeah, gosh. Just ask the angels. We'll just ask them to balance you a little bit, just to calm you. Yeah, just breathe.
I feel like I'm happy in this life. I think I had a wife that passed away.
Okay.
I feel like I just work the land, and it's a simple life. I'm very happy.
Mm-hmm. And you feel like you have one child, did you say?
There is a girl that looks maybe 9 or 10 that's playing, but it seems like she's not literally outside. So a part of me feels like it's a part of me, like in a different life
Okay. That
is
was the
like
same
very
place.
playful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it feels very playful, because even when I was on the platform and I was in the triangle, it's like I was dancing like giddy, like just like a little kid that can't stay still.
Yep.
Which is what I feel this girl is, like a kid that just can't stay still, and is just jumping and playing and out in the sun.
Maybe this is part of you that was missing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it feels very, there's an energy to it that is very contagious, and
Wow.
that's nice. So it's like you have the balance of the calming, just contentment and peace of the simple, and then you have the joy and just of, again, the simple, but in the sun and playing in the grass with animals and running with the little girl.
Yep.
And then the old man.
So like everything just easy.
Yeah, it seemed very simple.
So as the old man, you don't feel any stress or worry or anything?
Not in this moment.
No.
No. I feel like any worry I have is for the care of my animals,
Mm-hmm.
and, if anything. But I feel like I make my own food, and I'm alone a lot, but I like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice and quiet.
Yeah, it's very peaceful.
So there isn't any neighbours or other homes?
In the distance,
Right.
but not where I'm at. Not immediately, and I would have to travel. I have like a wooden carriage thing to drive.
Okay.
But I don't like to. My first thought is I don't like to wear out my animals. It's a long journey.
So you're always caring about others, even the animals.
I feel like I understand animals, and connect more with them. I feel like they help people heal, and people don't realize that.
Yeah. So you have more than just horses?
Yes. I think I have a dog, and then sheep, and the horses, and like ox.
Wow.
Yeah. I like little farm chickens, and very small, nothing too large. But I like plant potatoes. I have a garden and herbs, and my own. It's enough that I can actually do myself. I don't have anyone to help me with the.
Self-sufficient, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think that you were doing as a job? What was your work?
Something with metal, like fire. I did something with molding metals. I don't know what that is.
Like blacksmithing or something?
Perhaps, yeah, perhaps. I saw a fire in almost like horseshoes or metal.
Wow.
Yeah. Which it's interesting. The first image I had in this life was also a fire with my feet next to it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
What about any parents around or family?
I feel like I have a son, but they are far away, but no parents or anyone else. I don't know where the son is, but I feel like he's older and has a family of his own.
Oh, okay. So he may live more in town, kind of thing.
He's further away.
Wow, it's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel the little girl is wanting. She was like, "Come on now, let's go somewhere."
She wants to go somewhere else?
Yeah.
All right, let's just see.
She's like skipping and grabbing my hand. I think there was a part of that life that I miss, and the connection to those lands that I miss, and the lineage and heritage there. That there's a lot of connection to the earth there.
Yeah, and with you. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, I believe, why
we were looking at that.
Yeah.
And also it looks like you were completely healthy too in that time.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have to worry.
Yeah, I was around animals. I think when I'm surrounded with more animals, it's easier for me. And when I have enough space, it's easier for me to protect myself. When I'm around too many people, it's not as healthy for me.
Nope. Yeah. Absorb it too much.
Yeah. So the little girl almost like pulled me out of, it's like I'm hovering again above the planet, and was explaining that.
Wow. So you're going back to where you went before, that other planet?
I'm like hovering.
Oh, you're just in space a bit.
Yeah, I'm just kind of hovering and looking above.
Okay. So when you were doing that, you're probably just moving to a new location, but when you think about the old man and that life, what do you think it was you were learning from that?
That life and what it is about, and what it doesn't have to be more than yourself. It doesn't have to be more than those simple pleasures of appreciation. It doesn't have to be grand.
In order to be content.
Yes, or to have fulfillment and to have a full heart.
Yep. And obviously animals also are a part of you being able to ground and heal. Beautiful.
Yeah.
You still floating?
Yeah, I'm sitting there and I see her looking at me, like tapping her foot, like, so what's next? It's quite funny. You see, the next image I got was just of water in the ocean. Strange, the thing that just came to my mind was remember the bird that I was flying over the water really quickly?
Right, yeah.
That all of a sudden just came to my mind again, just like flying over the water.
Simple peace. It seems to be very important for you. It's maybe just been caught up with being successful in a different way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and my connection to fire and water.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Animals that are always there to help me remember the connection. The next image that just came to mind was a tribe, American Indian or Indian. Yeah.
Wow.
See desert, but I have a tribe and the same bird. Maybe that it's just helping me transition. I feel like I'm a woman with long hair. And I'm also content and grateful and peace. I have a daughter.
Oh.
And I'm around other people. But not animals.
Wow, that's different.
And there's no plants. There's no water. There's grass. It's desert and rock and brown.
Where do you feel you're located?
Where the modern day Idaho or Montana is.
Okay.
There's trees in the distance, and there's mountains in the distance. But where I'm at is drier and flat rocks.
So you don't feel too happy here, or is something else going on?
It's the balance. I am content and happy within the tribe, but it's a different perspective. We survive on animal. We survive. It's fire too, but it's less water. It feels air, like the wind. We're connected with wind and energy and spirit. Very connected with spirit, so it feels less earthy.
Right.
More spirit, but it's a different perspective of the benefit of the animal, and this, we need it to survive, but we respect the life and as well in this life. But I am actually seeing the connection with people.
Wow.
Too. Yeah. But I struggle with the animal. It makes me sad and yeah.
Do you feel like you're married in this life?
Yes. I was arranged marriage.
Okay. Do you feel happy?
Content. He protects, and I have independence because I spend most of my time with the women and my daughter.
Right.
And he spends most of his time out hunting or doing other things. So, yeah. Which is interesting. I just saw my current husband. Where
I was wondering if he was going to come in.
Because it's very similar, where he spends most of his time working and providing, and I spend most of my time alone or with my animals. And there's contentment. It's not as strong of a romantic attachment, but it's it feels contractual going into the life of, I know that by providing this security and this safety, you feel it allows me to feel less fear.
So do you feel healthy here in this life?
Yes, I feel different from others too, but yes, I feel healthy because I'm learning relationship to others.
Mm-hmm. And what year do you think this is?
Came up, but I don't know what that is. 13.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
So have you always been with this tribe?
Some of them.
Okay. Do you know what sort of tribe it is? What their names are?
Hopi. I think it's part of the Hopi, or the lineage of the Hopi.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a connection to star people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of their ancient teachings and what they learned is why they have connection to the wind and the stars and less earthbound. We live off of the earth, but much of our practices are in the wind and in the stars. And we're connected to them, and we draw them, and we learn from them.
And that's something that all of them are taught, like as kids?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you actually seen the star beings that they're talking about?
Yes. Yes. They're blue.
Wow.
They feel of light. They're blue and big.
They're big.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look like people?
Some of their body, their heads are different. They're not scary, but they're different.
Okay.
And they're helping us. They're teaching us things beyond ourselves. They're good. They're good to us.
Mm-hmm.
They provide tools and teach us ways to survive.
That's really awesome. And that's just something that everybody just knows.
Yes, and even other tribes across other spaces here have encountered them, and they help us. I feel like there's dangers with what are giants that eat people, and they help us protect ourselves against them.
Wow. And this was happening on the earth back then?
Yeah. Yes. This is closer to the mountains with the caves. These giants are there. They don't have empathy or understanding. But yes, we are connected. So I'm connected to Sedona in this life. Because there's still a strong connection there with the star connection and the teachings that were ingrained in the earth there.
Did your tribe ever see one of these giants?
I did not. Legends, we would hear about them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what, these blue beings, do you know what planet they came from? Does it say that, or?
Sirius comes to mind, but I don't know. So they also have connection with water.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Which they're reminding me again, your connection with fire and water.
That's right. Yep. So you stayed with this particular tribe the whole time?
Yes.
And did you move from where you were ever? Did you travel?
Yes, we had to move due to different earth changes and things.
Right. Okay.
And people inside the earth, connecting with them helped us learn where to go to.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. They cared and also did not wanted to protect us, and they too had connection with the star people.
Right. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they were very kind. I liked to travel. I liked moving. My daughter did not.
What about your parents? Did you have parents around?
Yes, they were. My father is still there. My mother was not.
Oh.
Yeah. My father is very traditional and protective. He's the one that put my marriage.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he like a leader?
No, but he, those are the traditions, and we don't, as a woman, I don't have a say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If people become unwell, what happens in that tribe?
We connect to their spirit.
Right. Can everybody do that, or just certain ones?
There are those who are better at it, and they host a ceremony and ritual to help us connect and with that person and connect to their energy, and then the spirits or things that are inhibiting that body and clear. No different than what she's trying to do in this life.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's general wellness, but different expectations of life. It's it's respecting the elements.
Yeah.
More than gratification or happiness. I feel like I outlived my daughter in this life, and that caused me pain.
Oh dear. What happened to your daughter?
I feel a wolf. She she didn't stay nearby, and which caused me pain too, because I care for animals and didn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do you feel like your daughter then is connected to you now somehow?
I saw my best friend Dawn immediately. Like, immediately.
Wow.
Yeah. She, interesting. I see her husband as the wolf. Her current husband.
Wow.
Which is interesting too. Yeah. She's in Arizona, near Sedona too. She just moved there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's so the little girl in the sundress is saying we can go. She's asking me to let this one go, otherwise I'm going to start to connect to the pain from that loss in that life.
You don't want to do that.
I don't need that. I see a geographic shape in space, and it's asking me to go there, and I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I don't know what shape it is.
Maybe it will come clear when you get close.
Looks like a, I don't know, hexagon or something, and someone saying, "Step right in." I wonder if this is Metatron.
Oh, if it's that kind of shape, yeah.
I sat down and I hear a voice. It's like, "So now what are you really here for?" So yeah, I'm just sitting in this geometric thing
Right.
in space. I almost like protected, like it just sitting inside.
You feel protected?
Yes. Yes. I always feel like I'm in a in between worlds holding space.
Okay.
But,
You don't feel anyone with you? Or just...
the angel, yeah.
Yeah, just Metatron.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just sitting there waiting to be told my next. It's like, okay, we're just sitting here.
But you feel very safe and protected there?
Yes, yeah, I do.
Can you ask Metatron what's going on?
Feel like he or she, it feels like both,
Yeah.
is explaining to me, not like a lecture, but very, very firm and so caring. almost like, what else do you need to be shown? Like this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my gosh, my hands are vibrating right now as I'm saying this. Stop waiting for someone to tell you who you are.
Well, I think all of humanity kind of do that.
Uh-huh. Stop waiting for the meaning of life. You are a creator. Create. Nothing more, nothing less.
So basically saying we can just create the life we want through our thoughts?
Yes, and our vibration and our...
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we learn things, but that's... We don't need to learn anything. We already know. Like, we're just remembering. And
Yep.
It is more of a expression of God. You create, and there's no good or bad. There's no judgment. There's just, you reap what you sow. What you want and what you desire is what... Universe is a mirror.
Mm.
See, these lives are a reflection of what past choices, and what more are you seeking? Create it. Create peace and contentment.
Mm-hmm.
Feel the global inflammation, global, like, literal flame and emotional flame, and
Mm-hmm.
I have a connection to flame and water, and it's a reflection of myself. Us calm the inflammation, calm the imbalance, and help others do the same, and it will be a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
She also is telling me that my son Jordan is very connected to them, and knows what he is supposed to create deep down, and doesn't need to be told.
Wow.
Which is why he's so disciplined and focused. Now, me, on the other hand, have more water imbalances sometimes in the emotional piece of that, with the collective hurt of the animals and things, and
Yeah.
again needing to handle that imbalance in her own body first, and it'll mirror.
Everything will work.
But we chose to be here at this time.
Mm-hmm.
It's very...
So it's not so much learning things, it's more being, like...
And creating the new.
Creating what you want, yep.
We're the master builders.
Yep.
We came here to... You as well came here to create the new, and hold the vibration, and hold the collective vision.
Mm-hmm.
that manifests it. And as the other fades and falls, it's almost like it might burn to rubble in its own inflammation, structures and systems and ways of thinking. It also purifies. Fire's transformation.
That's right.
It transforms and it purifies, and with water comes new life. And it heals itself, which is what we're creating now, and is on pace. So fire and water, the balance.
So this is true with things that have been happening around the world, or the fires, and then in comes the water and everything starts to grow again and people come together.
Yeah. The fire internally and externally, and the water internally and externally. The fire of fear and anger and frustration and hurt. The water of pain and emotions and sadness and helplessness. And then the other side of it, of purification and transformation and new life. And then the water side of it, of healing and cleansing and balance. It's a balance, and but is needed. Not what has happened. It's been a reflection of the collective inflammation inside the body.
Right.
And people don't realize the connection. Now, the particular fires that you mentioned had more, fortunately, more to do with powers that be than natural.
Yeah, I thought that.
They're not natural. Same as California.
Yeah. And Amazon.
Yes, but
that's all changing, though, isn't it? People are becoming more aware.
Yes, and even through this, again, those affected knew when they were here they would be affected, and there's healing in it too. So it's transmuting the intention, even though the intention was damaged and hurt, and it was transmuted because the collective healed from it and used that fire to transform into something higher. So with each time something like this happens in our outer world, you change the intention of it to be that of which is transmuting an energy, and then it takes the power away.
Yep.
So for her body,
that was my next question.
It's the same with the elements. Her fire, balancing the skin. It's an irritation of a water emotional imbalance. It will get better. She knows what she needs to do. She's called to cooling elements on the skin that will, such as things like coconut oil, things of that nature will counterbalance the fire.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So is it more annoyances or inner annoyances or just hormonal changes?
The skin is primarily hormonal imbalance and the emotional connection to internal wanting to internally suffer for the choices she was making with consuming animals and consuming on a subconscious level.
Sort of feeling guilty.
Out.
Yeah.
And it was the imbalance there. So that will get better, but the nerve and circulation and lymphatic system imbalances are from childhood. The flow of things, she sometimes is blocked from childhood traumas, and it causes it has caused some lack of circulation within an oxygen in the blood,
right,
stemming from her mother, and then choices around her sexuality and feeling a lack of breath that has stopped the flow of energy within the body, which then has caused nerves in her feet and legs to spasm or short circuit when they're not properly fed with energy.
And that's now that she's aware of it, that can easily be taken care of.
I need to call in Archangel Raphael to help.
Okay.
She trusts Raphael and to clear the energetic body and trauma, as well as the connection to her body.
Okay.
He will take care of that.
Well, we love Raphael. He's awesome. So funny.
She is called to him and her energy healing before. She doesn't need it, but she believes she does.
Yeah.
So her belief makes it so.
That's right.
So this will improve as her diet improves.
I mean, again, she was never really, like, she wasn't forbidden from having meat or anything like that. It was just not making her feel right.
It was her own belief of what she should and shouldn't be doing, and her own connection. And on a certain level, she doesn't want that for herself. It's a choice counterproductive to a higher self choice, and she knows that. So it was the way of the body expressing as an unknown desire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So therefore, it was real for her.
Yes. There's no judgment. She's welcome, and her body would be fine. But her
resistance.
Yes, and her emotional tie to it.
Mm-hmm.
She takes on the energetic patterns there, and
mm-hmm.
What she consumes as well.
Right.
So because of this, her choice is to move down this path. So we must honor that.
Yep.
She will find balance.
So with all the things that she's learning now, this is good for her?
It is helping her in her previous lives and her experiences, of course, she's not just of the earth, and she knows this. This is a remembering, and this is her path, which is very helpful for her. But this life, she has been guided through her head. She's mainly used her mind,
right,
and tried to think her way through what it all, connect the dots.
Yep.
And the little girl that she has been seeing has been the part missing from this life, and connecting her to her heart and what's beyond the mind. And this path she's on is what she has desired, and it will. She'll continue to have other experiences beyond what she's focused on at this particular moment.
Right.
But it is serving her in a way of learning how to intuitively connect to her own guidance system, and as opposed to only being commanded on what the next step is. She's always listened to others and read books and studied. Now she's learning to rely on her own intuition, and she will get better at that, which has been a desire identified in this from her. That will grow stronger the more she connects to that little girl. The joy and flow, that is what is not missing, but out of balance.
Okay.
Currently. To play.
Yeah, and just relax and have fun.
Yeah, not to take life so seriously.
Well, I think a lot of people, I mean, this is not just for Cassandra, but a lot of people are so worried about money, you know.
Yeah.
And how they're going to have it, and what are they going to do, and, you know, it's all stress related to that.
Yeah.
And it's unnecessary.
And all that money is a internal self-value. What you perceive your own value is, and the world sending that to you on what your own belief of your worth is. And it doesn't have to be so. Once you realize that you are, everyone is able to connect to life force without needing external validation or external support. But the world in which you live in now does have three-dimensional parameters, which can cause limitations in your own mind. But yeah, she's been, she has struggled with thinking. She used to struggle, and doesn't anymore, of feeling guilty for taking money for a healing service.
Oh.
This was why she chose to abandon the path previously. She started this journey years ago, and she was growing in her awareness and moving very, very quickly. But she felt she had a belief associated with those that provide healing services. She didn't realize she believed that, but it was inhibiting her flow of prosperity and safety, because she felt like she must work in her mind, a traditional path to take care of her. So that now was a lesson she learned in the past few years. As reaching the top, so to speak, and having more abundance and how she views it. And yet the fire and water element of her is unfulfilled, and she's too air and mind. So she's needing to connect. So it will balance, and the collective will continue to balance. And she now is learning how she creates prosperity as well, outside of money. Like there's prosperity that flows with connections. And this is something new for her, because she has primarily been connected to either otherworldly things or animals. So there's an element there that she's learning, and that is to trust humans and share healing knowledge, ancient wisdom, knowledge that she knows, without fearing retaliation. So, and then the root chakra concerns will take care of themselves.
Yep.
And her sacral chakra, which was also a question she had, is fine. She needs to stop creating a problem there with her mind.
Right.
She's perceiving, and out of fear of a past procedure that was done, and she builds up something that is not there. She will create it if she continues to do that, because she's a strong creator. But to heal this, she must come into her own feminine energy. She has naturally embraced the masculine.
Right.
And again, she has a lot of fire in this life, and she needs to embrace the water. And not run from emotions.
Right. So she doesn't let them come forward very often?
Correct. Or she has used food or substances or situations or people to silence her own thoughts and emotions. She's getting better at that.
So is she still very connected to the star beings that she was talking about?
Yes and no. She is, and she can call upon them. And she tends to be more connected with what she perceives as the angelic realm in this life. Primarily,
pretty much the same thing, isn't it?
Yes, and she perceives them as different, and which is fine. She perceives the star people, which is just a different dimension and connection, and same purpose of intentions. And she has the planet she previously referenced as a part of their system. So she has a connection with them and past, if you call it past, with them. And she knows that. And if she ever needs anything, she can reach out and connect to herself in that system that exists now on a different reality. But she, in this life, is learning to work with the elements to heal people with working with the elements, which is why they're coming up so much in this session. And her experiences in the desert, and her experience in the greenery, like she has experience in all elements and all facets, and to use it to create. Her future is the same as her past. It's a circle. Just as if Atlantis is the future and the past. And it's all the same. So her work with crystals connects her to herself in that reality that is still existing. And she connects to that part. And then in her healing work, she connects to the elements in another part of her healing work. And her speaking and understanding, connecting to her true self is where we help her. But she doesn't need it. She thinks she does.
Yeah. But it's okay if she thinks she does, as long as she's moving forward.
And she asked for you and your assistance before coming into this life.
Oh.
You graciously agreed. And also are a fire. And understand how to transmute and create with it. And are teaching her to open up to.
Oh, that's lovely.
Her animal in this life, the soul that is very connected to her, is going to transition before too long. This will bring up lots of water for her in so many ways. But it
kind of
also
needs to, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'll be healing as well.
Yeah.
And literal water and emotional water and past life experiences and things will be connected to this. So not as a warning, but to prepare herself, and she will be able to connect with this soul even after. But she, even though it's a he in this body, she has been with her for a long time and came here to open her heart center. And that has been done.
That's what the animals do, really, is just open something up and then they go, right?
Yes. She, in this life, did not like animals and was allergic. And growing up, did not want to be around them. And this spirit came to her, and she was so drawn to it, didn't want to be, and then immediately changed her path, which was agreed upon coming in. It ignited something within her that needed to happen. And since then, this spirit has assisted with helping to remove a block, an entity that was attached in her heart.
Really?
So it was not serving her, and that was from a trauma from when she was a child that imprinted. And that is why this body, this little body that she calls Skeeter is has an enlarged heart and murmur, and has taken on much of the pain, has taken it onto itself to transmute it from her.
Wow.
But this soul will always be around her. They've worked together for a long time. But she needs to get ready.
She's going to be okay with that process, right?
Yes, it will be good for her to embrace her emotions and learn how to feel and balance and embrace what that means without judgment and without trying to just have it go away. So, this soul is connected to her star family, and she will connect with it again.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So do you have anything else you need to tell her while she's listening?
She often wonders about her relationship, why it came up in her past life today. She even asked you years ago about this particular concern. She's often wondered because she feels that she calls different energetic patterns different, which they are different. They're different species. But her husband grounds her, helps her not float away. And is very is a balance of water. So she's often thought that he is what she says loves her more than she loves him, which in her perspective perhaps is so, but he is attracted to her light, and he has a soul contract, and is fulfilling it, and is fulfilled in doing so.
Mm-hmm.
And truly is showing her unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
And her inexperience with relationship to people is what is coming up, not the incompatibility. He embraces her Star Origin and recognizes it in her, honestly, but doesn't understand. He's not from the mind. He's the root chakra balance that she was hoping for. She lives in her upper chakras and avoids the lower chakras, and he's the balance of lower and avoids the upper. So it is the balance that she seeks, but her perception of what a marriage should be, again, is her own thoughts is what is causing the perception,
Right.
and blocking her. So it is her thought of the romantic side that she reads or hears, and this isn't that. This is purposeful, and safe and consistent. That by him being with her, she's grown. And so it's something that she's asked for a long time, and every now and then continues to ask. And if she chooses, she does not need to be connected in this way. As she was also shown, she can be content with not having a spouse and being alone with animals. She can choose as well, but in this particular moment, go within and focus on her path, and then that will show itself. So it's the last that she was seeking.
Wow. That's fantastic. Well, she knows she can connect with you anytime.
Yes, I am there with her, especially as she learns her modalities and connects. I'm helping teach her. She also is really connected with what she perceives as a ancient goddess. Two of them, which is Durga, power, courage, and the second is Anu, Celtic heritage, and mother of earth. She connects with them. She doesn't know she does, but she connects with them. Fire and water. She thanks you for what you are doing in her life.
Oh. Well, she's very welcome. I'm just grateful people come forward. But it sounds like it was a kind of a contract.
Yeah, and she trusts, and that's a large part of it.
Right, yes. It's huge.
And that trust was established before you met. And will continue for you as well, with those that are drawn to you.
Wow. That's amazing.
And she had a vision just now of through her connection and you turning on the light, or insisting and turning on the light within her, and then all of those that she will connect. It's like a fractal within a fractal, and a ripple of light, like a vein in a river, and the veins in her body.
Wow.
Turning on. You're a huge part of in her life.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I'm grateful for you, Metatron, for being in our lives and helping everybody.
Mm-hmm. You are a part of the same as I am. So we are no different. Her inner child is ready to play.
Oh, fantastic.
She's stepping out of the circle and is free to go. She is always free to go.
Yeah. So she's going to notice a huge difference in her life now.
Yes, she has let go of some beliefs coming into this that she thought patterns.
Yeah.
And Raphael has helped her heal heart space and trauma that was affecting her body.
Oh, that's awesome. Beautiful. Okay. Well, we thank you very much for your help, Metatron and Raphael.
Always.
Beautiful. Okay, Cassandra. And just bring your consciousness back into your body. Now, and just breathing. Just relax. Just allowing yourself to ground back into your body with your pyramid around you. And whenever you're ready, you can just open your eyes.
Thank you.
You okay?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Gosh. I hope you feel good.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I'm just surprised at how, I guess I shouldn't be, I'm just surprised at how vivid and quickly like things were flowing today. Last time it seemed a little harder for me to focus.
You don't know what to expect when you're first doing it. And this time you just relaxed into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's so much information. We could write a book with you. I'll just put you under and we'll just ask all these questions.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go back and listen to this one. I'm sure
there's so much information in this one.
Yeah.
Wow.